Everybody, welcome to Manga Palette. It's the show where I, Pasticie Luna, here with my co-host,
Manga Chef Isaiah.
read, watch, or, whatever, and talk about a thing. And this is the first episode of the new year. It's 2020, baby. Yay! It sounds like it's the future.
It is the future.
Every day is a new day in the future.
This is
Especially,
like all the movie futures.
Yeah. Well, like, Back to the Future 2 was like, oh, fuck, 2015, right? And now it's like 2020. Holy shit, that sounds like every 80s movie feature ever. In a distant year of 2020, 2025, shit like that.
Yeah.
We're already here. And what are we here to talk about?
Kemono Michi.
Yeah!
Yay.
Hataage Kemono Michi. Rise up on the animal road, which is dumb as fuck, and I love it. It is super recent. I feel like this is the first time we've talked about a thing that recently came out.
I think so.
Because almost all of our shit is like, oh yeah, this was a thing 12 years ago.
But you know what? We're doing it now.
Look, man, I really like this show. It's so stupid. I like the manga a lot more, but hey, let's get into that. So, Hataage Kemono Michi ran from October 2nd, 2019 to December 18th, 2019. It's written by Natsume Akatsuki, who is, interestingly enough, the writer for Konosuba.
Yay.
Weird, right?
Well, no. They're both like isekais.
But I would say the sense of humor is really different.
I feel like there's running gags in both of them.
The other one has like a cavalcade of failure, and that's the joke. And this is, he's not going to give up. No.
He's
No.
really good at the one thing.
No. I refuse to give up. It's not even that he's good at the thing. It's that this is his belief system, and you can try as much as you like, but it's never going to stop.
Mm-hmm.
And the artist for the manga, I only mentioned because I also think this is kind of neat, is Matakumosuke Yumeuta. It's a very obvious pen name because it's just a bunch of random shit put together. But he's the artist for the manga of Bakuto Testo. So it's like, oh, that's weird.
Maybe it's like everything you like.
I like one of those two things. I'm not super into Konosuba just because the cavalcade of failure doesn't make me laugh as much.
I thought you liked Konosuba because of the one character.
No.
I
don't
just like the one character.
I've seen maybe 2 episodes in my lifetime. Both of them with my friend because he wanted to watch them, and I was like, sure. And I laughed. I don't actually. You know what? In retrospect, I don't think I laughed.
Oh wow.
I don't. Yeah. I don't know.
The same author.
That's what I'm saying by like I'm surprised because I like this and I don't particularly care for Konosuba. That's what gets me. That I'm like, oh, this the dude who wrote Konosuba? That's cool. I like this a lot more though. I remember the episode of Konosuba I saw because it was like, oh, the city's getting attacked by these flying cabbages. And I was like, oh fuck, we gotta do something about that. And then the night girl Darkness, who likes to be abused, stood in front of everybody to eat the damage. And I was like, wow, she's so noble. Meanwhile, her friends are standing back there. It's like, I bet she's getting wet at this. Fucking deplorable. And like, that's it. And then like, that's a joke I remember that I was like, haha. Which is how I felt. Actually, so the show is kind of different from the manga because the show is like we always talk about, the show needs to have a through line, right?
Mm-hmm.
The show needs a consistent narrative, and from episode 5 going forward, you feel it. You see what it's building up to. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we can get into that later. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I know. I'm just saying, like, you can feel it's building up to a thing.
Mm-hmm.
But the manga is just hijinks. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, we'll get into that. First of all, I want to cover the voice actors. Genzo Shibata, who goes by Kemono Mask, and he looks like Tiger Mask, is voiced by Katsuyuki Konishi, who is Diavolo in Part 5 of Jojo no Kimi no Boken. He was Kamina on Gurren Lagann. He's Kenji Kazama, the guy from Defrag. And for the for the Danganronpa anime, those 2 lines that Owada's brother says as he's dying, that was also him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shigure is voiced by Akira Sekine, who was also the guy Raku Ichijo on Nisekoi, and is Miyabi, one of the main characters in Aikatsu. Linda Blair Fafnir Gildmerag, or as they just call her, Hanako, because it's a lot easier, is voiced by Yuki Yagi, who is going to be Chocolat on Nekopara.
Oh yeah, that's coming out.
Yeah, that's the thing. And she was also on a thing we already talked about. She's the little sister, Kanata Shinozaki, the one with the cat hoodie, on Showbiz.
Mm-hmm.
Carmilla Van Stein is voiced by Arisa Sakuraba. Who? Okay, do you remember? This is a you and me thing, unless people actually watch that show. Do you remember when we went to Anime NYC, and then there was that thing where they gave us the cum towels?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Do you remember that one show that looked like fucking crazy pornographic? There's Sin, Nanatsu no Taizai. Where I was like, everyone's a sin, and watch them here. Look, they're gonna get fondled as they take pictures, right?
Yeah.
Okay, she's on that show as Satan, and I'm not kidding.
Alright. It's like a Satan.
Satan's a thing.
Pretty anime girl.
Satan's a little anime girl, yeah. Here's some other ones I wanted to throw in there just cause. Joanna, the little vampire girl, right?
Mm-hmm.
The one who summons Mao, is voiced by Sora Amamiya, who is Mia on Monmusu. And Hitomi, the honey badger on Killing Bites. And Aqua on Konosuba. Also, you remember the Kobold wife?
Yeah.
I love the Kobold wife because that's Junko Minagawa, and she was on Sailor Moon, and she's the guy from Tennis no Oji and Cordelia and Code Geass and a bunch of other shit. Those are some things I thought stood out. And her husband is voiced by Hiroki Yasumoto, who was Germany on Hitalia, and Nekumaru Nidai from Danganronpa 2.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I feel that considering how often those things, that franchise comes up, you'd know by now. You hear, you get it.
Yeah, an
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
end episode right there.
every time we say that, it's just the end.
Yeah.
I guess we do always say that at the end, but I just, yeah, okay. All right. What do you have to say about Kemono Michi?
Oh, this is how it starts first, just in case people didn't watch it.
Oh, okay, yeah, go through the thing.
It's Genzo is about to go to his world championship, or it's a match against Mao.
Yeah,
for the title
whose name
champion.
is Macadamian Ogre. People shorten it to Mao.
Yeah, and
That's incredibly significant for what his entire role in this fucking fantasy world is.
he's not actually a demon. But they
Nah.
shorten it to demon.
Nah. They're like, holy shit, we summoned the demon lord from the other planet. He's like, yeah, I'm Mao. That's not inaccurate.
Yeah, so he's doing his wrestling match against Mao, and somehow he starts disappearing to another world.
He's doing like a body splash, like a frog splash, and then he just poof disappears in the middle of the air.
Yeah, gets transported to fantasy world.
Yeah, whatever the fuck this place is.
And
Never given a name.
Yeah, he has to start his life there.
Well, okay, so the first thing is they summon him and they're like, you're a noble hero, right? We need you to kill monsters. He's like, what? Monsters? Yeah, they're like animals. And then he goes, fuck, I could never hurt an animal. Go fuck yourself. And
Well,
after
no, he
giving...
doesn't
No,
even
that's
say
what
go
she
fuck
says.
yourself. He just German suplexed her.
That is how he says go fuck yourself. Have you not been paying attention?
Well, I mean,
Every time he doesn't like somebody, they get German suplexed.
yeah, he just does that.
That's just what he does. It's the right answer. As we've discussed before, when you want to propose to someone, you do a hurricane rana. When you like someone, you put them in an armbar. But if you hate them, you give them a German suplex, and he follows through on that commitment every single time.
And she ends up being called Princess Fox.
Yeah, everyone calls her Princess Butt because, I mean, that's all people can remember, that he gives her a German suplex and her skirt rid up, and she's just lying there. Because she might as well be dead, honestly.
Yeah.
That's real bad. That's a real bad hit.
Even people that didn't see it know it.
Yeah, it's just the thing that goes around.
Yeah, he just wants to open up his own pet shop. He was
He
gonna
wants
do
to-
that after the match in the real world,
Right.
but now he's just gonna do it here.
Yeah. Well, the idea was if he won the match, he would have money so he could open a pet shop. And instead he got pulled over to this fantasy world. And then he learns, hey, I can make money here to open a pet shop here because people don't understand what pets are. So maybe I can just teach them to love animals. And it's like, that's an oddly noble goal. And that's kind of why Shigure is willing to stick along with him. Because, like, he's a complete lunatic when it's not about animals.
She likes but she likes money.
She does like money, but that is not why she stuck around.
That's why she started. But yeah, she's like around because he's actually.
Yeah, because he goes like, he's got an okay goal. Remember, that's what she says at the bar when the lady's talking to her like she's a housewife who's being cheated on.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I don't know, he has this dream that's like, I just want to support his dream. It's very noble. And it cuts back to him saying like, I want monster people and regular people to get along. So for that reason, I'm opening a pet shop. Which is not exactly how I think that works, but alright, yeah, whatever.
Well, he does get the demons to like him.
Yeah, through wrestling.
Yeah.
By kicking their asses. It's a very shonen manga kind of thing, where like once you beat someone, you earn their respect or whatever.
I thought he like rubs their scales.
Oh, you mean the animals? I thought you meant the monster guys.
No, the animals.
Yeah, yeah, the animals. He's just nice to, and they love him too. But like the monster people, he beats them up, and then they go, "All right, you know what? You're with it."
Oh yeah, like the orc.
Yeah, like the Orc King that is voiced by Daisuke Ono for like no reason. I heard that voice. I was like, "Whoa, what the fuck? Why are you here? Do you have nothing better to do? What's that about?"
I never knew they could show so much respect just because he wrestled the king.
He's just so handsome. Look at the handsome Orc man. And then he comes in and he goes like, "Hey, what do you want? Who's the strongest one here? You talking to? But forget it. Get the fuck up my way. It's time for me to step in." And then he gives him like a fucking cross chop.
Mm-hmm.
It's great, great. There's a lot of wrestling because he's used to be a wrestler, so it's just there. People bother him, they get a German. Maybe they get a giant swing. You never know.
I don't know how no one could. Apparently, he's like a superhero because he knows wrestling moves.
Well, I
think
mean,
that's a little crazy.
no one knows what the fuck that is.
Yeah, but they have swords.
If everyone has a sword and you have a gun, what do you do?
Yeah.
What do you do?
Okay, but a gun is like a.
No.
Right?
This is the same exact thing because no one has ever seen anything like this.
Okay.
Like, it makes no sense.
But if someone's gonna come close, you could still like poke him with a sword.
You would think, but swinging swords is very different. Knives, maybe, but then again, remember when he teaches Celeste how to do sick moves,
Mm-hmm.
and then like the guy goes for a vertical slash, and she goes like, "All right, there, he lifted his arms. You know what to do." It's like, no, that's what it is. No one knows what the fuck is going on.
Oh, what's up,
They have-
bows?
I mean, yeah. That's assuming you can hit him from a distance, though.
Yeah.
Again.
I guess everyone's too confused.
Everyone is too confused. That's what I said before, and I'll say it again. I've never seen this before. I don't know what to do. Like, what do I do? What is he doing? Oh no!
This is a little bit different from a gun.
I don't think it is. It's completely foreign and new, and you have no way to defend against it yet. And it even circumvents everything you're used to. I would say the only difference is maybe insofar that a gun is ranged and wrestling is close ranged, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of being completely beleaguered and not knowing what the fuck is going on, I'd say that's the same.
I would say they still had like boxing because
I mean, no, they clearly don't.
What do you mean? The Kobold had boxing gloves on.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean they have like traditional boxing.
Oh, he
It's
just had
like-
boxing gloves.
Yeah, he just had a fucking like body bag. Remember?
Yeah.
Like he just had a punching bag for no reason. I assume people have tried punching things, but does that mean they know how to get rid of an ankle lock?
Good point.
No. Does that mean they even know what a triangle choke is? No, they do not. So when somebody like somebody is just shirtless running at you and you're like, all right, I'm gonna stab him, and then he puts you in a triangle choke. Well, shit, I don't even know what's going on, and now the air is leaving my head. Oh, there we go. That's the only reason he keeps winning, because no one has seen any of it before.
Yeah.
That, and he's like freakishly strong.
And he also solves political diplomatic problems.
No, I mean, like, remember when that Griffin is just kicking him?
Mm-hmm.
And like Hanako goes, "How are you not dead?" And it's like, I mean, yeah, good question. Good question. I imagine most people would have been killed by getting kicked, but hey, guess what? He's fine.
He's been working out for wrestling.
He's been working out for everything. I do love that's a lot of the times when it comes down to it. He goes like, "Well, yeah, wrestling is the strongest profession, therefore I am the strongest person here."
Makes 100% sense.
Yeah. Other guys are going around like fighting monsters, and then he beats them up for trying to fight the monsters. I love him so much.
Once you
He's
call
great.
him like a demon killer, he just comes to German suplex you.
Yeah, he just that, or he threatens to like. Well, he giant swings that one guy and then throws the other guy into a table, and the old guy says, "Hey, demon hunt," and then he just like goes, "If you say that again, I swear to God, I'll rip off your beard." After punching through a table. So it's just an overall hatred for the idea of hurting animals, which is fine by me. I don't. That's cool. That's whatever. That's, if anything, it's very entertaining that he is above and beyond the strongest person and refuses to fight anything, even kind of like, I guess, what everyone else is worried about, like monsters.
And the orcs, but they don't really come at issue once he solves.
Yeah, no.
Once he makes friends with the king.
He's like, "Hey guys, I will show you my emotions through my fists," and then he does, and that just works out.
They talk with their fists.
They talk with their fists, yeah, like men are wont to do, I guess. I don't I don't know.
There's a lot of good jokes in this anime. Like
Fuck yeah.
a lot of little good jokes.
I do love that the ants guy, Jeeg, never says anything, but always very clearly communicates how he feels.
Hmm.
Because there's the part where like the werewolf, right? Wolfgang and his like sister and or I don't know friend, because she calls him like Aniki, but that could either be like a gang thing or just like an actual family thing. I don't know.
Her name is Mishta.
Misha, yeah.
Yeah.
When Misha and Wolfgang are trying to like kidnap Hiroyuki because it's worth a lot of money. Because seriously, no one's seen a dog.
Mm.
No one has seen a dog. So yeah, sell the dog for the most money imaginable. That's something. When like they try to do that, and then Jeeg stops them and ties them up and shit. And then after the fact, he runs into Genzo and he explains it to him and goes like, "Wait, who did what now? Oh my god, I can't believe." It's like, how? How did you do that? He didn't even make like scritching noises or anything. He just like nodded and Genzo understood.
I think it's like the Scooby-Doo thing. Like you
Wait,
just
what?
understand. On some of those shows where Scooby-Doo doesn't talk.
Is that a thing? I don't think there's a single time Scooby-Doo doesn't talk.
He always talks. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's always spoken.
Or like, okay, then Gary and SpongeBob.
Oh, you mean SpongeBob? Yeah, all right. That makes more sense with the cat just says meow.
Mhm.
Even though it's a snail, it meows like a cat. But yeah, whatever. So it just says meow and it's just understood. I guess that makes sense as far as like the man who communicates with animals goes.
Mhm.
So the show just builds up to Macadamia and Ogre and the wrestling match, and then they have their match and it's over, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of it. The first 4 episodes are more like regular goofy hijinks, and that's fine. But that's what I wanted to say. Is that's all the manga is? And I'm kind of bummed that they didn't do more of it. Like there's a like you remember when he gets the baby griffin, right?
Mhm.
And like takes the griffin because like oh they let the loser starve to death. And I was like, well if you're gonna let her starve, then give her to me. And he just runs away with the baby.
Because I don't want that baby dead.
I mean look,
but
it's
then
an
they
adorable.
still like take
They
it.
still attack him, yeah. But yeah, so that's the thing. In the manga, they like a kid. They don't get a griffin itself. They get a griffin egg,
Mhm.
and then he like lets himself get kidnapped.
So they can hang out with the griffin.
Well, the idea is I'll go. You guys take the egg. I'm gonna disguise myself as a baby griffin, and he like makes up a griffin costume out of like shit from they find in the nest,
Mhm.
like feathers and random shit, and then he just like gets taken by the griffin, and they go like, "Wow, I wonder if he's okay. He might be dead. It's been a few days." And they go like, "No, seriously, think about him. Would he die?" I'm like, "Yeah, no." And he was like, hey, have you guys been hearing about this weird monster? It was like, no, what happened? There's a griffin and like this weird griffin man thing that have just been attacking hunters in the woods. And then they go, that's him, isn't it? That is entirely him, isn't it? We have to go. We have to go get him. They go and they get him, and then he went like feral while he wasn't there. So he's just like growling like an animal, and they trap him in a cage and shit. And they're like, how do we fix this? It's like, I don't know. And then he just starts talking in like bird noises. Like he goes like pee 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 pee, like chirps and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, I don't know how we're gonna do this, man. Like we need him back to normal at some point. And it's like an entire chapter of him staying in like this weird feral bird man thing. And my favorite part about that is that they let him out of the cage once, and he goes and like has a romantic relationship with a harpy.
What do you mean?
I mean exactly what I said. Like he's standing around like with the harpy lady, and he's doing his bird chirps, and she's responding to him in regular language, presumably because she understands what he's saying. So he's like leaning against the wall, going like pee 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 pee. She's like, "What are you saying? Don't talk like that. Pee 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 pee. You don't even know me," and shit like that. And I'm like, "Don't. No, there's people around. Pee pee pee. I can't believe you said that in public." And I was like, "What is going on?" And they go like, "Okay, we should really get him back to normal. This is just going to be a lot larger of a problem." Meanwhile, Hanako is loving it. She just loves it. She likes watching like weird romantic dramas. It's fantastic. Remember when he proposed to the cat with a sardine?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was like that.
Yeah, I get it.
She loved it. She was so about it. And they just keep doing shit like that.
But he doesn't give a shit about the cat girl.
Misha?
No, not Misha. What's her name again? Shiguri.
Shigure. She's a wolf, not a cat. Yeah, well, I mean, it's not that he doesn't give a shit about Shigure, because there's many times he'll comment about, like, touching her ears or her tail, and she goes, no! But,
That's the only thing he likes about her.
Yeah, well, that's him, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
If it's not an animal, I don't give a fuck.
If it's not an animal or it doesn't have animal parts.
Exactly. I remember when Kamita and Hanako stayed with him the first time, and then Kamina's like, I'll pay you with my body, and he's like, no, I'm good. I'm like, fine. You don't even have anything interesting going on. Like, just it's good. It's good. In the manga, that's another thing. Is like a succubus shows up to try to like seduce him, and it never works because she has like no animal parts. So he's just like, nah, I'm good. Nah, I'm good though. And it's like, please, I need you to help me. And he goes like, I mean, I don't, nah, I'm fine. I'll do anything you want. No, I'm fine. It's all good. And she goes like, okay, look, I'll be honest. I actually just kind of really wanted help with this dragon. He goes, dragon? All right, I'm in. Hey, there's a dragon? That sounds sick. And then they go to a town, and all the girls are trying to flirt with him. And he's like, nah, I'm good. Like, you don't need to. I think the sentence he uses is, please treasure your bodies a bit more. And then like all the members of his group are like, is it weird that he's like super popular here? And then they go like, I mean, well, think about it. They're probably used to guys trying to fuck them, right? Right. And this is the first time a guy has not tried to fuck them, so this is probably a whole new thing.
That's a lot more than what they would show on TV, I guess.
Yeah. Like I said, all of them are like whole things. I really do wish I could have seen the harpy bit animated because that would have been funny as shit. But he does get to do the kobold wife thing, which is still fun, where he like compliments their fur and shit.
Yeah, that was funny.
I love that. It was like, your fur looks really shiny today. Have you been using a new shampoo? She goes like, oh, you can't say that kind of stuff to a married woman.
I have
Fuck,
a
that's
husband and
so
3
good.
kids.
Yeah, I have 3 children.
She was
And
really
that-
considering it too.
She was really thinking about it. And she wore makeup the one time, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was
shampoo,
great.
he's like, oh, he didn't notice my shampoo.
Yeah. It was really good. It was like, aren't you together with Shigure? What? No, we just hang out together. It's very different. I feel differently for her than I do for you. It's like, such salacious words. I think my favorite part of that is at the end when he like after working with the husband and like doing all the wrestling and shit, where like the husband wins his match, right? And then she goes off and like he meets his wife and his kids, and his kids are like, oh, dad, yeah, and then like having a fun time. And she like looks at Genzo longingly in the distance and goes, I'm a married woman. It's like I fall in love with him all over again. I'm sorry, but this is where we have to part ways. And it's just like, I mean, yes, you misinterpreted that, but okay, fine. I guess the problem has been resolved. I guess things are good now.
I mean, this whole show's about misconceptions working out.
It all works out in the end when you're a freakishly powerful wrestler, doesn't it?
Love for animals and wrestling always works out. He made his fantasy world, or the fantasy world, into a wrestling arena again.
Yup. I mean, I do love also that the banking guy ended up wanting to be a fight promoter.
Claws, yeah.
Yeah, Claude now just wants to be a fight promoter.
He gets really
so
excited.
in. Yeah, he's so in watching people get into fights. He loves it. It's what it's all about.
They also like spend a bunch of money on the arena, and they always keep eating, and somehow like always balances out their winnings. I thought that was funny too.
Does it balance out, or did they just end up breaking even?
This is not balancing out even.
Because breaking even usually just means I only made enough to not be broke.
No, they're more like even.
Yeah.
Actually, last time they went into more debt. So.
Yeah, not a good time. Not a good time.
But yeah, this shows a lot of jokes.
But the benefit is, look at all the animal people and the fucking humans getting along and having a good old drink in the post-match relaxation time.
Remember when they said, "Oh, Genzo taught what it means to be a man" or whatever?
Oh yeah, fuck, I love that. I love when the fucking kobold dad was like, I feel my blood rushing just as I did when I was a young man again, and only you have let me experience the fire burning in my heart, Mr. Genzo. And Genzo's like, yeah, let's get that money. I need to open a pet shop.
And then he just completely give up on. I was like, wow, that's really Japanese. And then he's like, nope. Need a pet shop.
Don't give a fuck about anything besides animals. That's another thing. I wish they'd done that more, because there's like that's like a bit in the manga that like consistently shows up. It'll be like something. Ooh, an animal. Fuck that other thing. I like the thing where he's going for the mandrakes. That's really fun because he's like, oh man, well I wonder what that's about. Oh boy, this is gonna be. Oh, they're plants. I don't give a fuck about plants.
This is so boring.
This sucks. Y'all making me waste my time looking for plants.
You see like the plants like making sad faces, like what? I'm not cute.
Yeah, yeah. The plant is dissatisfied with his disinterest. The plant had its feelings hurt.
And then the dragon. I mean, Hanako just hates them all.
Yeah, that's her whole thing. She just eats. She never stops eating. It is very disconcerting when you have to pay for that.
Yeah.
All she does is eat. I also love that she's indebted herself to the dog. It's like, I have someone who means a lot to me. Hiroyuki, please teach me your ways. And it's like, what? Meanwhile, Genzo's like, I don't really give a fuck. It doesn't matter to me. Can I touch your tail? No? Fine. Fucking whatever.
Remember when the dog also got sold off?
Oh, the whole episode where it's like, oh man, what did the little girl name him? She changed his name.
Charles? Something with a C.
I think, yeah, it was something with a C, and she was like, I can't imagine how much it hurts to be separated from your family. Right, Dad? And Dad's like, I spent so much money on this fucking dog, though.
She just kept looking at her dad, like, please.
Yeah, come
Alright,
on.
half of a half.
Yeah, fine.
Alright, half of a half.
Yeah, just take the fucking dog. Please, I can't do this.
And they still didn't have enough. Also, the princess, Athena, I think that's her name.
Yeah?
She just goes randomly, like, oh, it's my chance to impress the hero.
Well, she wants him to actually do something.
I like the way this is like, is it an anti-isekai? Like, they just don't, like, he's supposed to be someone to be a hero. He just doesn't do what a hero's supposed to do.
See, I thought that would be Konosuba, because that's what I don't particularly care about Konosuba for. Because it's like, hey, look at these people who are supposed to, like, be doing things in the world, and all they do is shit on each other and fuck things up. It's like, it's not bad enough for me to like it, though. Like this, he'll ruin other people's days. Remember when he's training, and after he trained Celeste to do all the fucking cool wrestling shit, and then like they go to the guild, and she goes like, "All right, I'm sorry." He's like, "Yeah, I guess I guess I was just taking out my anger on you, and I didn't need to." And then Genzo goes, "Not good enough. Fuck him up though." Like that's great. Just fuck him up good. Celeste, how dare you let this racist leave?
Oh wait, no, Celeste triple X. No,
Celeste
double X large.
yeah, double XL. Celeste double Tokubetsu Celeste. God, it's like, I love it. Like she's crying when she puts on the mask. Like she's like, "Oh God, this is such a beautiful moment," and then she realizes what's going on, takes it off, and goes, "This is fucking stupid. Shut up." I did not want to learn wrestling, and he goes like, "This is really all you need, though." And he was right, because that's how she won the match. She gave that guy a German suplex, and he was fucking dead. Mind you, she's nice enough to go like, well, I mean, the knives got knocked out of my hand, so it's not really fair to say like I won. And I'm like, nah, that dude'd be dead. If you like gave him 2 more Germans, his neck would snap or something. Like, you're good. You're good. You win. No one here is ready to deal with wrestling. That's why you can giant swing a guy, and everyone's like, what is he doing? While all the blood rushes to somebody's head, and then he gets thrown into a wall.
Yeah, the side characters have like a lot of stuff going for them.
It's great.
Like she's very noble, and like even though she's mistreated, she still wants to be part of the group. That's really cool.
So there's also like bits in the manga that are like random shit that are like, oh, I need them to go get shots because they're animals, so they can like get rabies and shit. And then Celeste there's like, what are you doing here? He's like, oh, I'm getting a shot for mad dragon disease. It's like, what the fuck is that? I was like, that's a thing that happens to like lizard men and dragons and shit. So And then he looks back at Hanako as she's leaving and goes like, "Are you sure you don't need a shot for mad dragon disease?" And she's just gone.
She knew where it was going.
Yeah, you're like, nah, fuck that.
I wanted to see them fight, but it doesn't really matter.
There's 2 things I really wanted to see. The one where Genzo hits on the harpy lady, and then the other one is the moment where like Hanako's a dragon, right? She disguises herself as a dragon half, but she's straight up a dragon, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
That's what she keeps insisting. No, I'm a dragon half. What are you talking about? Dragon, that's ridiculous. So like in the manga, there's a bit where they're just like hanging out, and then a wyvern shows up, and then everyone goes like, "Holy shit, what do we do?" And Hanako's like, "Well," Shigota's like, "I don't want to die." And then like Hanako steps in and goes like, "Hey, what are you doing here? I live here. What do you want?" And then like Genzo goes like, "Hey, isn't that like a cow?" I was like, "Oh, I understand." I was like, "What is it?" "He's trying to propose to me." I was like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm of an eligible age to be a bachelorette." And I was like, "Fucking what?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "I'm not sure if I'm ready to like take that big of a step, and I don't even really know you. How about we have like an omiai, which is like a marriage interview?"
Okay. So they have every beast like considers him.
Yeah, they just have a whole thing. They like a dragon omiai. So it's like Hanako is sitting across from the wyvern, and they're just like staring at each other. And he goes like, "Is anyone gonna say something?" And it's like, "No, no, no. Like you gotta understand, different animals and different races have different cultures, so we can't really say shit." And the wyvern looks away, and she goes, "I guess I win." And it's like, "What? What the? What is going on?" It's like, "Oh yeah, they glare at each other, and then the first one to look away is the one who submits. So it's a staring contest." Yes, sorta. Anyway, what's the next thing? Oh, now they're going to see which one can eat more of the same food faster, and then it just shows like blood and organs flying everywhere while they desecrate like a cow. And Shigota's like, "I can't." He's like, "Shigota, look away. You won't be able to eat meat for a month if you watch this. Just look away." And then the last bit is, all right, now they have to fight. I was like, I don't really understand dragon culture. It's like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And she fucks him up, and then he pisses off. I really love to have seen that, like what they would have done for her eating the horrifying animal. Like when she caught the giant bug for Celeste.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, you should eat. Don't be picky. It was like, I'm not an actual lizard. I don't eat like giant spiders. And she goes like, well, more for me then. It just makes all the horrible munching noises while Celeste looks disgusted.
Yeah, her disgusted face looks great.
No.
She's just like,
Like, I like that. I want to see more of that. More of this dumb hijinks thing. I get that it needed, like, some kind of narrative through line, because it's a show, right?
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I would have been fine with just a bunch of episodes of random dumb hijinks. Because that's kind of what the manga is.
Yeah, a lot of shows nowadays just read the manga if you want more.
Yeah.
But is it like, Dog Days? Like, nothing really happened?
No, because Dog Days still has a narrative line. Dog
It
Days
does?
has, like... Yeah, Dog Days has the battle between the two kingdoms. It's just that it doesn't matter.
I guess it doesn't matter so much.
It doesn't really matter, so you just forget about it immediately.
Yeah.
Versus, like, this is more like... It's more like Achikochi. You remember, like, Achikochi is just them hanging out?
Mm-hmm.
It's like that. Except their form of hanging out is, like, trying to get the pet shop to continue working.
Oh, so it's just a slice of life fantasy universe.
Yeah. I think that's why I like it so much. It's like...
With fun people, I guess.
Yeah, I think it's fun.
You know, I think all the characters are fun.
Yeah,
If the
I
characters
do
are
love...
fun, it would be as good.
I do love that Carmita is just the worst of the group, but insists she does the best. She's like, oh man, there's like a whole chapter in the manga that's like, Hanako's basically like, Carmita's been teaching me stuff, but I don't know if like any of this was worthwhile. I kind of want to learn my own thing now. I was like, what have you been teaching her? And she like shows a mandragora stabbed repeatedly. I was like, what is that? It's flower arrangement. And I was like, okay, that's not what that is, but okay. I was like, also, I was told a lady should learn an instrument, and she pulls out a bongo, like just a bongo drum, and he goes like, yeah, I guess that's a thing. And he goes like, also, dance, and then he pulls out a stick and a grass skirt, and he goes like, okay, shut the fuck up. Have you been teaching her how to limbo? I was like, yes, it is one of the like, no, that's not a lady dance. That's not. It's a stupid. I hate this world. I was like, all right, well then maybe you should learn your own thing. So she plays a recorder and like fucking learns how to tap dance.
Okay.
And that's kind of it. And then at the end she goes like, so
Does she, like,
how
put her
well
on
do you?
her-
Yeah, she's like, how well do you think I've done? And it's like, I don't know. Better, worse, who cares? I was like, but I learned how to tap dance.
She never gives a shit.
That's it. That's all it is.
Remember the ending where she gave her food? She was like, I won.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was like, Carmilla, you fought for your own pride. It's very noble. I'm glad you did it for you and not for me. And she was like, she gave me food. She's never given me food before.
I'm like, that's sad.
But very likely, considering all she does is eat.
Yeah.
I
I know she
don't-
likes her, but she just never shows it.
They're like friends, I think.
She did protect her. She's like, oh,
Yeah.
you cooked her up. Now you're
She helps her
protecting
out
respect.
and stuff. Yeah. So I mean, like, you know. But yeah, I don't know.
I guess the parents are okay with her just leaving, but
I don't think the parents give much of a shit.
oh.
I mean, like, they're fancy nobles, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I don't think they really care about what she's doing. Because remember, she gets away with the excuse of saying, like, oh, no, I'm just observing the monster hunter who was summoned from another world. Like, don't worry about it.
Oh yeah.
So I assume she said that, and the parents were like, whatever. Just make sure you take somebody responsible with you. Carmilla, go. And they were like, yeah, sure, that works.
Oh. Remember when she beat the elder vampire,
Did she?
but then she just gloated too much.
Yeah, she didn't win.
That was funny.
She didn't win at all. She got a good hit in. She got some real good hits in. But she didn't, like, land the pin.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You notice how Jonah's crew or army, whatever, is like all the losers put together.
What?
Like everyone lost in like Jonah's army. The other vampire girl.
Rose?
Hmm.
I mean, she didn't lose. She's Carmilla's stupid.
No.
Also those giant guys didn't lose either.
Oh well, yeah, so for those. I
The
meant like
giant guys
Mal and
Oh yeah,
everyone
yeah, yeah.
else.
But
They
that's honestly because they were relying on Mao to win. Also, I noticed a sort of weird joke that maybe I don't know what the intent of the bit was, but there's a joke there where like remember where Celeste, the princess, and the fucking monster hunter guy are wrestling against the other guys, right? For the demons.
Mhm.
So it's a pheasant, a dog, and a monkey, right?
That sounds like a bar joke.
Huh?
That sounds like a bar joke, but alright.
No, it's a joke about Momotaro.
Momotaro.
Yeah, so that's like a Japanese folk story. I don't know. I feel like I've mentioned it before when we talked about Nambaka, because the dog guy is named
Oh, yeah.
after a dog. Yeah, and Kiji is literally a pheasant. Like it's the same joke. It's the same exact joke, if anything. But my question was, so then who is Momotaro in the situation that there is a pheasant, a dog, and a monkey? Like who is the guy in charge of them?
I guess Mal.
Are they just hanging out because they have nothing else to do? They're in a fucking triple tag match, so like presumably they know each other well.
I guess.
Is Joanna the Momotaro of the situation? What does that mean? 'Cause I don't know. It's just a thing I noticed.
Or it just happened to be a pheasant dog and a monkey.
Yeah, but that's too
Still on the
that's too
note.
specific. Yeah, like you could have made two of them monkeys, and the joke would not have been the same. But it was explicitly a dog, a pheasant, and a monkey, and I was like, that's weird. That's a weird joke. That's like not explicitly there, but there.
Maybe it was just to make you think, like, what's the punchline of this?
Yeah, well, my
Maybe
thought
that
was,
is a
where's
joke.
Momotaro? Because it's the pheasant, the dog, and the monkey, but this is supposed to be the guy that's hanging out with him. Oh, did he die? What's that about? You got anything else to say?
Besides hijinks that are probably in the show. We're just gonna say what's in the show again.
Yeah. Is that like
No.
anything else? Not really.
Oh, yeah, she said it's not like, it's just like a slice of life.
Sorta. Yeah.
Did they ever go back? Is there any hope of them going back to their original world?
I have no idea. They never mentioned it. It's not even a thing that comes up. Genso's just focused on having animals now.
Okay.
I don't. That's the thing. Also, Mao never shows up. Mao's not a thing.
Oh, is that a thing?
Like that's what I mean. But like I think they explicitly wrote him for the anime to have a through line.
Oh.
Because he's not in the manga at all. It's just kind of its own thing. Which I'm not. I have nothing against him. I do love his like very very stupid wrestler heel character. I love the whole episode dedicated to what he was doing when Genzo disappeared. And it's like, I'm gonna start like crushing princes. I'm gonna start doing this. I'm gonna start doing that. Yeah. And he takes up knitting. We're like,
reminds me of-
man, you gotta relax, huh?
Reminds me of Ren and Furry.
Oh, Rin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. Yeah, someone who's way too obsessed with someone else.
And then he starts
I-
crying.
Can I say I really do love when like they fucking show him the picture, right? It's like, this is the hero, and he goes, Kemono mask. He's like, oh my fucking god, it's been so long. This is where you were. And then Joanna's like, do you know him? And then he responds with, and I quote, our relationship cannot be summarized in simple words.
Yeah.
The fuck does that mean?
I
Dude,
don't even
shut
know.
up. Dude, shut up. Dude, actually shut up. He's just a guy you know from wrestling. Shut up.
No, it's more than that.
It isn't
Wrestling
though.
solve everything.
It isn't though. That's the thing. If it was, I'd buy it. Because it's not, I don't. So dumb. That's such a stupid anime thing to say. God. But yeah, that's kind of it. All right, food time, right?
Yeah.
All right. Huh.
Is it just hijinks? Because I don't think it's a fish. Because it's E-Frag.
Yeah, I feel like, yeah. Okay, question. Would you say that this is very easy to go through?
Like, he's understand.
No, like when you're watching it, do you even notice how much time is passing?
No.
No, right? Like it's pretty quick to go through. So I feel like it should be something that like when you eat, you think you're done and then it's just gone. Like it's satiating, you know what I mean?
Like mashed potatoes or something.
Yeah, but I mean,
I don't think everyone likes this. That's my problem.
good point. That's a good point.
Because
What
I know
about-
people like Konosuba, but they might not like this because they're
I would
different
not.
jokes.
Yeah, no, they're very different. How about gratin?
What's that?
So potato gratin is this thing where you like basically mixed shredded potatoes or like yeah, like diced, like really like cut like in thin discs with like you bake it and it's like made with like breadcrumbs, cheese, eggs, and butter. It's a French thing, and like, it's really nice when it goes along with other stuff. And I don't know. I really like it. It's satisfying because it's potatoes, and it's more of a complimentary thing than it is on its like a thing you eat on its own.
Mm-hmm.
But it is on its own. You could eat it and be like kind of full because it's like loaded with like fucking cheese and all this other shit.
Alright. I would say there's a lot of characters, so there's a lot of different flavors going on in the
There's a lot of
raton.
different stuff going on in it. Yeah, and it's kind of like hefty when you think about it. But it's not like the kind of thing you could really bite into like meat, you know?
Yeah, it's soft. There's like not too much.
Yeah, there's not a lot, but like it's there.
So it's more about the flavor than the.
Then it's substance. Yeah.
Okay, so it's a raton.
Au gratin. Yeah. All right, cool. That's it. Everybody shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up. 'Cause it's time for the news.
Yeah.
I would like to go first, just because the thing I have to talk about is less so like, holy shit, you hear about this, and more about like, really? That's a thing? So we talked about fucking Ishikan reviewers, right?
What is that again?
Did I say Ishikan? Ishizoku. Sorry.
Ishikoshu is yours.
Ishizoku.
Ishizuoku.
That's the guys who go to like Monster Girl hookers.
Oh yeah, we talked. Yeah.
I've mentioned it before. I can't wait for it to come out so I can watch it. But you know, I've mentioned it before, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's a regular manga. It's a thing that's happening. Everyone's going like, "Holy shit! Could you believe that?" Like it's pretty nuts, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, all right, fine, that's cool. Guess what? They're doing like an anthology manga, right? Where like different people will be doing like chapters and stuff. And usually when you do that, it's people who haven't been published or whatever, right? Because it's not a big deal. Like there's one, Joso Shonen, whatever the fuck, which is like a bunch of different people who draw like romantic stories about cross-dressing guys and shit like that, right? So this is like a spin-off thing. It's about it's Ishizoku's reviewers. But the thing is, and this is the thing that made me go like, wait, what? Is the people who are working on it, like doing submitting chapters for it, are not like random guys. It's like actual people. And when I say that, I mean like like Okayado from Momusu. He's putting in a chapter.
That's gonna be good.
Yeah. So like Zeton, a guy who draws a lot of
But-
monster porn, is doing a chapter.
You called that an
who-
anthology though?
It's an anthology because everyone's doing a chapter. It's not an anthology. Just means a collection of different works.
I was thinking of something else.
What were you thinking of?
Like when the person passes away.
Oh.
You write their life.
Oh, yeah, no, that's not that's a biography. Autobiography would be if you did it yourself.
Ah.
So anyway, yeah, it's an anthology. It's just a collection of different works from people who are going to be doing stuff like this. That is set in the world of Ishizoku reviewers. So yeah, Okayado's going to be on it. Cool Kyo Shinja, he's the one who did Kobayashi-san no Chime Dragon, also Ojojojo, and some other shit. Zeton, this guy who draws a lot of monster porn.
All the monsters.
Yoshiyuki Nishi, who does what is it? Munhyo Toroji. Yeah, it's this thing about like fucking like magic monster law shit. And like Daisuke Hiyama, like a bunch of people are doing it. A bunch of people who have like real ass work out there are about to be doing it. And it's like, really, that's a good way to get people to know it. So yeah, that's a thing that's happening. A bunch of like really established mangaka who draw monsters are gonna be like doing this weird not monster hooker thing.
They're just
Also-
monster hooker.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I told you what Ishizoku Reviewers is about, right?
Yeah. Why did you say
Yeah.
not monster hooker thing? I feel like it is.
I mean, they're not doing it. They're writing an individual chapter. So
Yeah.
the chapter could be about whatever the fuck. It could be about a strip club or whatever. I don't know. Could be literally anything.
That's
yeah.
pretty fun.
Yeah, but the main thing is super about hookers. Also, I've mentioned it before, right? I've talked about Gyaru Gohan. It's about to end. The mangaka said 6 chapters and we're pretty much done. And I'm like, oh fuck. So I guess I don't know if that means who he's choosing, but you know,
Make a decision time.
are you a teacher or not? For those of you who listen to the filler arc episode, you know what I mean when I say that. But yeah, are you a teacher or not? And one last thing, there's a visual novel where you date pixels.
Alright, I'm guessing the actual pixel.
It's like a single red block
Yeah, I'm down.
and then a single blue block.
What's it called?
Dot Tokoi. as in dot love or pixel love.
Alright, I think I'm down for the blue pixel.
I don't know. The green one seems interesting. Personally, my favorite color is red, so that might go somewhere. I don't know. There's a lot to learn.
They say stuff, right?
Yeah.
And have different
No, they
personalities and
no, they
stuff, right?
talk. They're people, Isaiah, except pixels.
Yeah, so it's like pigeon.
Yeah, it's exactly like Hotofog boyfriend.
Yeah.
There's a. Let me see if I can pull up this one fucking screenshot from the game. I'm not sure if I fully understand how it works, but there is a way to get them to evolve into sprites. Just like whoa.
Oh, didn't really stick to the pixel all the way.
No,
Oh,
hold on.
I guess if you show them enough while forgotten updates or something.
Maybe that's what it is. I don't know, man. Like it's weird. I'm interested though. I'm always interested in weird shit like this. This is like my jam. This is what I'm all about. Do. Okay, here, look at this.
They're a little more than a pixel.
No,
I thought it was just like the red hair, like a red square. Oh
It
wait,
is
no,
a-
it is a blue square.
Yeah,
I
it's
was
a
looking at
blue
the other
square.
thing. I didn't
Oh,
even
no.
notice it.
I told you they evolve into like fucking sprites.
Yeah.
But the other ones, no, it's just a pixel, bro.
Ah.
I've been trying to read their names, but I can't see because the fucking page image is so small. But yeah, that's the thing. Doto Koi, Nigajiro Masahiro? I think that's the red block's name. I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm trying to get information as it comes in. So yeah, get excited. I guess for Dot Koi and the monster hooker thing. Maybe not about monster hookers. Who knows?
When is honey? When is honey pop?
Honey Pop
2
too?
coming out?
Yeah, good. Come on, man. Don't ask me. Don't ask me. You know that's a thought I have periodically. I don't know.
And Monster from 2.
Oh, Monster Prom 2 is gonna be fucking wild because there's like 3 different things going on. But like, Honey Pop 2 is more like, oh fuck, I don't know what that's about, you know?
Do I have the option to keep the girl with the dick or not? Would that be a final decision?
Cowardice. I get it. I get why. People were putting up a real shit show about it, but cowardice.
Alright, it's time for my news. Alright.
Yeah, it's time for your news thing. Go.
Alright, so adult cream pie is coming to McDonald's in Japan.
What the fuck? What?
Adult cream pie is going to McDonald's in Japan.
What does that mean?
And we're wondering if English speakers will be consulted. We're consulted about the new Celia's new dessert.
Wait, no, explain that.
Yeah, I'll send it one. It's just
Is
a
it just...
cream pie. If
Yes?
they named it adult in front of it.
Show me.
Okay.
Show me. I don't... Did someone misread that? I want to know.
No.
Okay.
They have like a video of this teacher,
Oh, I'm reading it.
another girl going there.
Perukimo kori Suito wa romaju. Oh, okay. No. Okay. So this is dumber than I think you think it is.
This is the new dessert, right?
No. The fucking okay. So it's okay. So it's basically I'm sorry. This is just really funny because I guess it's one of those things that like when you translate it, it sounds weirder, right?
Okay.
Basically the okay. All right. So she's holding her face. The commercial, right? What is that about the commercial, real quick? So they're like, I guess they both work somewhere. So it's like the one of them goes to the other and goes like, "Hey, is that cream pie delicious?" And she grabs her face and goes like, "If you eat it, you'll be full."
Yeah.
Like no, like you're
It's
done.
translated. Yeah.
You're done. Yeah, but the way she says that is to say like you need nothing else in life.
Oh, it's like the
Like, it's
sexual
ba-
way.
No, it's supposed to be like you don't need to eat anything. It's essentially doing the fucking you ever seen those cereal bar things that are like, oh, you eat this, you're good for the day.
Yeah.
That's basically what she's saying. But I could see why other people would see adult cream pie and then go like, oh, that sounds weird. Oh, Japan, and it's like, no, this is dumber. This is dumber than you think it is because they don't really think about what it means in English.
It's just saying it's super filling.
Yeah, the idea is an only adult should be eating this. Like, you eat this is because you're a grown-ass woman who knows what she wants in her life. It's yeah, and the flavors are also like sweet fromage is like fucking like sweet cheese. Like it's even supposed to be like it's sort of like the thing where you're like, oh, I didn't like beer as a kid, but now that I'm an adult, I understand what it's about. That's the joke.
Like it's still mature
Yeah, it's
dessert.
mature, right? But the word adult in Japan, like not otona, but the word adult, right,
Mhm.
means porn. So in an attempt to not say like adult, they used otona. So when you translate that, that sounds like oh, adult cream pie. That's fucking crazy. But like in Japanese, you say the word adult when you're talking about porn.
But I to use the word mature.
No, because that's the idea is you're an adult when you eat shit like this. Like that's what I mean. The adult is the implication of being mature.
Oh.
It's you're like an older, refined woman. That's what it is. That's why I'm laughing because like I get why they're using that, and I can also see why people who don't understand the context would just think it's weird.
It costs 137. That's too much.
So what?
It costs 137.
Oh, for the cream pie?
Mm-hmm.
Really? That's
Yeah.
really cheap.
I figure it's not that big.
Like $1.50?
Isn't the apple pie like $1?
Yeah,
Let's compare it to that.
yeah. But this has like a very different thing. It's a specialty item, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I can see that. Yeah, it's funny because like adult means porn, so they use like a adult in a different thing.
I'm just still like foreign.
Yeah, yeah. Because when you like AV, right? Adult video, that's porn. That's what that means.
Mm-hmm.
So like when you use the word adult in Japan, it like the English word adulto, it usually just means porn. So in an attempt to say like to be an adult, to be mature, they used the Japanese word like, but they used it as if to say like adult woman, like otona, right? Like big person. It's like okay, fine, mature, right? But when you just translate that to other people are like, what the fuck does that mean? That reminds me of like this visual K band back of, I mean, why wouldn't it? But back when I was like younger, because like a lot of visual K bands like to use English words because English words sound cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's the thing where I know we've talked about it before, where people just use Japanese words or Chinese characters because they think it sounds cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the same thing over there. They use random English words. There's a band called Anti-Feminism. If you listen to any of their music, you know that they don't probably had no fucking clue what that word means.
It is thought the word
But
feminism sounds cool.
well, no, it was like anti means against, right? And feminism is a good thing. So like we're evil because they're like a fucking eroguro band. It's
Yeah,
just
they
supposed
need
to be
to
like
do a little bit more research.
no, but seriously, they don't. That's what I mean. They just don't.
Or ask the English teacher.
No, no,
No.
no, no,
Is this a good idea?
no.
There's like,
But
no, this is cool.
yeah, no, this is cool. That's yeah, that's what that boils down to.
So yeah, I guess they didn't ask any English speakers.
They did
So, yeah,
not.
good
There's no
idea.
way they did.
But what makes me mad is, at the right to it, the most popular is how to get your kids to hate video games, according to Japanese Twitter. That is, it's messed up.
Look, man, a lot of people blame otaku culture for ruining the youth.
They don't want any more gamers.
No, no. Stop watching anime. Stop reading manga. Stop it. Stop it. You're the reason the birth rate is down, not the economic depression we've been in for 20 years. That's not the problem.
Sure.
Fucking so good. It's
The
your
what?
weep. It's your stupid fucking shit. It's your stupid like little drawings of little girls. That's why the country's dying.
Yeah,
But
the drawings
God.
are too good.
yeah, they're just pick the drawing over a girl because they're weak. Their spirits are weak.
Just like the guy that married,
That guy that married his
Housing.
digital Miku. Yeah, the guy that married his like holographic Miku in his house.
he said they're weak.
They're weak. How could they not be?
And
Ah,
the last
man.
one is like less than 1 in 4 surveyed Japanese men has a girlfriend. Over 1 in 3 women has a beautiful, I guess,
So what?
has a BAU. What's that?
BA?
The last one for the most popular.
I would need to see the thing.
Yeah, I'm sending it. And the cover is like some guy that's just like, no, depression.
Okay. Whoa, it means boyfriend.
Ah,
Well, not necessarily, but yeah, Bo. It means boyfriend. BEAU. Bo.
yeah. So I guess Japan trying to get more relationships.
I mean, that's a
Yes.
thing. People like I didn't we tell that joke about Shinzo Abe saying, "Oh yeah, people should be having kids," right?
Hmm.
It's like because it's a thing. People are like, "Oh, they're." The thing about it is like there's a age gap in between the people who are like reaching an older point with the amount of young people in the overall part of the country, right? It's like I think it's something like 30% of the people, like a third of the country, maybe a little bit less, are reaching to a point where they will die in the next 10 years, right? They're getting old,
Hmm.
and there's just not enough people to replace that much of a chunk, right?
Yeah,
This
so
just it's just a thing. I don't think it's that much of a big deal. If only because like so what? Old people die.
I think they worry
Yeah.
about the money. Like the old people won't be spending stuff.
I mean, yeah, that's true. Also, like a lot of the I mean, all right, so like women are involved in the workforce and shit, right?
Hmm.
And like that has its own weights and its own demands, right? So
Yeah,
like
they don't have time for.
sometimes, yeah, sometimes it's much more you like rather stick up like doing crazy shit at your job than it when you know you don't have the time for a boyfriend or whatever.
Well, my point was more like the picture. Like, why do you have to make the guy look so depressed?
Oh, the
Two
guy who's just in
pictures.
his sweats on the floor. Yeah.
Yeah, both of them. One is like
Well, the
crying.
lady on the laptop doesn't look depressed as she looks bored.
She
The
looks like
guy
she's
looks
waiting.
depressed though.
Like, why isn't any guy talking to
Really? Because I think it looks like an office, so it feels to me she's like, I mean, fuck, I don't know. I guess I have to get this done.
me?
It looks to me like a woman who's stuck at the office, and then the guy looks like he's legitimately depressed. Like that place is so empty.
No, I want to be alone on the bench. He has a tissue too.
Oh, you mean the first one? Yeah, no,
Yeah.
the guy with the coffee. I was talking about the second one with
The
the guy in
second
the
one
sweats,
is,
just
yeah, they're both bad.
yeah. The first one does look like the guy's lonely. The second one looks like that guy might hang himself. You need to keep an eye on him. I'm worried about him. That first guy kind of reminds me of that picture of Keanu Reeves where he's just sitting there sad.
Yeah,
But like the second, yeah. But the second one, like, nah, man, you need to keep an eye on him. He might do something.
you just turn your head away for 1 second, and then he has a noose.
Yeah, like, nah, that's bad. That's real bad. I'm worried. I'm worried about this man. Oof, oof. Here's the picture of Keanu Reeves I was talking about. He's just like sadly eating a sandwich on a fucking bench. I think that
Yeah,
was
it
a
looks exactly the same.
yeah, right?
Hmm.
It's just like sitting there, like I don't know, man. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's a big deal. I feel like people are just occupying themselves with different things now. Partially because you kind of have this belief put into you that it's like I gotta do better than my parents did, right? Like they gave me so much, so I have to prove that I can do something for them. And when you
Not
are
the
living in
women.
huh?
Unless the women taking that culture too.
Still,
The
like
women
that.
do that too. I thought it was just the men.
Well, now you live in a time where you can get a job.
Yeah.
So like it's different now. You gotta do something. You gotta do something with your life, right?
Yeah.
So along with that, there's like the added stress of like being successful financially and stuff. When you live in an economic depression.
Are they in the
Yeah,
economic?
the bubble's been gone for a long time. I think it was considered the most severe economic recession of all time, and it's still barely getting along.
Oh no. Yeah, I guess the problem is there are not enough relationships.
There's not enough time for a relationship. That's what I'd put it as.
Hmm. But then you're not giving back.
What do you mean?
Like if you're in a relationship, you go on dates and stuff.
Yeah,
But then they're not going on dates and stuff.
I ain't got the time for that.
They just spent most of the money on the train or whatever and food.
Or other shit you need. Especially if you're the kind of person who lives in the city. The city life is expensive.
Mhm.
Most people who like work in the city don't live in the city because it costs way too much to live there. It makes more sense to just travel. So yeah, I don't know, man. I understand like a lot of the older folks are like, there's not enough young people doing things anymore. It's like, saying like, look, man, I'm trying to get a financially stable life first. I don't got the time for a girlfriend.
Yeah.
What do you want me to say?
Having a girlfriend
So
costs
yeah,
money.
having a girlfriend costs money. You have to like go out places. You have to have like time besides your work and besides any other hobbies you might have. You can't spend all your money yourself. There's a lot of there's a lot of commitment to the effort. That's like, are you ready to do that? No, work is hard enough. Well then, I guess you're good. The only downside would be if you're the kind of person who really wants to have a girlfriend and then can't. Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
But if you're just like not even thinking about it, then it's not really that big of a deal, is it?
Well, that's the problem with the gamers. They don't think they
Yeah.
want girlfriends.
Yeah, you bastards keep trying to like jerk off to your drawings. You sick freaks. You and your holographic smart housewives. You're ruining this country. Oh fuck, that's funny.
Alright, I guess it's time to get hype.
Oh shit, yeah. All right, get hype, get hype. I'm gonna get hype. Yeah.
Alright,
All
I
right.
guess I'm gonna go first. We
Yeah,
already
go
talked
ahead.
about it outside the show. I beat Vampire Masquerade.
Oh shit, yeah. Yeah, you
Yeah.
did. Yeah, you did.
That
And
was a fun game.
it's good.
I like the writing. I like all the little details. You basically get to choose your own path at the end too.
It's very New Vegas in that way. Where it's like, oh, there's all these people like vying for different parts of the world, and you get to pick who wins because you're helping them out.
And yeah, you just get to choose how you wanna. I end up choosing the Chinese vampires, the Tuijin.
Yeah, Kuei-jin. Yeah,
And
that
they just
must
threw
have
me
went
off
terribly.
in the bottom of the ocean while I'm alive.
Ah,
I don't know why I picked them. I think it's. Just,
I don't know why you picked them either.
I think it's just because like you could trust me, and I was just like, okay. I didn't realize they all wanted me to trust them.
Everybody says that.
But no one else asked me to trust them, so I was just like, oh, they're the only one that asked me to trust them.
And that only led to your own death.
Yeah, and I also thought they probably couldn't kill me because I'm really strong, even if they did want to gang up on me, but there was no option for it.
Hmm.
Like, I definitely could have killed all our henchmen or whatever,
Hmm.
but yeah, they didn't let me do that.
I want to talk about a manga I like reading.
Okay.
Okay, this is a manga about the title kind of says all of it. So I'm just gonna say what the translated title is because I'm not gonna go look for the fucking like cover or whatever. It's the life of the witch who's remained single for 300 years.
That sounds familiar. I think I saw that when
Does
I was
it?
scrolling past manga.
Oh, that's cool. I really like it. It's fun. It's dumb, but so I like it. There is a witch. She is 300 years old. She looks maybe 34, maybe? And she works in an office. And she's just trying to live her single life. And she has a thing for a guy, and maybe that'll go well, maybe that won't go well, who knows?
But she's still probably gonna be single. Plus it's a running
She's
game.
just hanging out. She's just hanging out, man. No, it's about how she's been single for so fucking long. So, like, I don't know if you know this, but you know, like, people who, like, live alone have a tendency to, like, talk to themselves,
Yeah.
right? Because, you know, it's just a thing people inherently desire interpersonal contact, right?
Mhm.
So it's just a thing you would do. So there's a bit where she's like getting ready to take a bath, and she has like a bath bomb, and she named the
bath
bath bomb. Oh, you've never seen a bath bomb?
No.
It's basically like a giant perfumated like I guess a ball, right? It's made out of like different kinds of extracts and like fucking smells and stuff. So it's like it can be made with like dried lilac. It can be made with like fucking I don't know coconut oil. It can be made from a bunch of different things, right? It's just a bunch of like dry ingredients and essential oils and shit. So you throw it into a bathtub when that's filled with water, and boom, it turns into like a perfumated scented bath.
Oh, so it's like just a way to make your bath like smell better or nicer.
Well, it's for you. So like you'll take the bath and then you come out smelling like the bath bomb. So some of the stuff can be like a bit intense, right? Like based on the bases that they put into it. So you know, so not everybody should use those, but they're okay. You ever been?
Like you smell the whole day, like some really bad perfume or something. That would be bad.
I mean, yeah, but that's why you only get ones that you're into, yeah. So like, if you ever been to Bath and Body Works, they have like a wall of bath bombs. I remember what?
Huh? I think Rashad works there, right?
No, he works at Bed Bath and Beyond.
Oh, that's
Very different place. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, I've seen a few of them. I've been inside of them because I've had girlfriends and stuff. So, Though it's one that I remember because every time I went in, it was like the first one I saw. It was just called Sex Bomb, and it's like this pink ball, and it was like, yeah, you wanna use this?
They're gonna say you wanna smell like sex.
No, the ball is getting you ready to fuck. That's the idea.
Yeah, well, I thought you were gonna say.
Oh.
You wanna smell.
And then, you want to get ready though? You want to get ready though? This is the one. This is the one you need.
If you smell like this, you're definitely
you gonna
ready.
Fuck. You gonna fuck. Like that's, and I always thought that was really weird. That was the way it was labeled. It was labeled like, yo, if you about to fuck, this is the one you need. It's like, it reminds me of the guys who would do the thing where it was like, yo, I have like turtle blood extract. Wow, that shit's crazy. Because like, it's the idea that the turtle blood extract will get you horned up or whatever.
Oh yeah,
you know?
I heard that.
That kind of shit. It's that shit. That always made me laugh whenever I saw it. I was like, what? I was like, yeah. If you want to get ready to fuck, you need this. And it's like, I can't remember what the description was, but it was like a bunch of flowers and stuff. So yeah, So like she has a bath bomb and she named it Michael, and she does like a whole thing about how like, oh no, I'm not ready for you to leave me. And she's having like a mini soap opera with the bath bomb, and then she throws it into the bathtub, and as it melts, she goes, Michael, don't leave me. And it shows like a handsome guy like as a semi-transparent shadow giving her like a sign off of like you'll do okay. There was also one other chapter that like the last one that I read that I really really liked, which was so you know how like idol groups are a thing, right?
Yep.
Male idols are a thing. SMAP, Johnny's, EXO Tribe, all that shit. Right. So the thing is, when she says when I was a young girl of 150 years, she was really into Hastur, the elder god from the Cthulhu mythos. Like he is her idol, because I guess witches summon like demon beings as the idols or whatever.
Okay. That's good.
But the way she talks about him is the way like somebody talks about getting to meet SMAP. I was like, oh my fucking god, did you see them? Oh my god, he looked at me in the eyes. I saw that. We connected on a spiritual level. Kimura-san, please. Like shit like that. It was great. So yeah, and then the girl, her friend is like, oh my god, did you hear they're going on tour again? And it was like, what?
What does that mean?
Well,
they're traveling.
they're gonna summon them again. Yeah. I was like, oh my god, Hoster's going on tour again? It's like, yeah, also Cthulhu. Oh, do you remember back in the day when everybody used to fight over who was better? I was like, yeah. And it literally sounds like people talking about idols. It was great. And then she goes to the show, and then at first she's just like hanging out. She goes like, I can't be like fighting around those girls like I did back when I was like 200 or 100. Like I'm too old for that now. And then like Hoster gets summoned as like a dude in a cloak with like tentacles sticking out. You don't get to see a lot of detail, and he's standing in front of a microphone. And then one of the tentacles goes out to like point to her direction. She goes like, and it's just great. It's great. And then after like so like the thing about the elder gods, right, is if you look at them in the eyes, you like go insane. So she looks at him in the eyes and it collapses on the ground. And gets right back up and goes like, wow, he totally looked at me. I can't believe he looked at me in the eye. Wow. And then like the next day, her and her friend are riding out on their brooms, like heading home. She goes like, wow, I can't believe I did that. I haven't done that since I was like 100 or like 200. Yeah, you froze up 5 times in a row. That's crazy, right? Yeah, I'm gonna be fine. And then like it shows her in her bed the next day going like, my muscles were not ready for that. I'm getting too old for this shit. It's great, and I love it. So yeah, that's the thing I'm hype about.
It sounds a lot like the thing, like Kemono Michi.
I mean, it is kind of random bits, but it's a very different kind of thing, because this is about like a single woman trying to just live her life. And the other one is, I need to protect the animals.
So she's not looking for a boyfriend.
Well, there's a guy at her job that has a thing for her that she thinks she might be into too, because he's the reincarnation of some other guy. But that's not really what it's about.
It's a slice of life of her as a witch.
Just her living her life as a 300-year-old witch.
Yeah. Alright.
So yeah, that's it. I guess that's it for the show, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. This has been Manga Pellet. Thank you very much for listening. And if you're still here, you guys get it.
Yeah, you guys get it.
Yeah, you get it. Bye.